This is my new to me 2001 LUND. It's a 16-foot 2-inch boat, DV of course, aluminum. Quite nice little boat. Picked it up obviously for $1,000, and I think I'm in love. I mean, I've got to say, I've got a couple of boats over there. That one's going away. This one there is my 20-foot. It's a 1990 Sea Nymph. It's a 19.5 foot. It's got a 1982 Johnson 90 horse on it, 2-stroke, of course. That is my pride and joy at the moment. I love that boat. But we'll get on to that another day. I actually do want to do some fishing videos on this channel, so maybe if we get there, we'll see how everything pans out. Back to this. So this here is an old Evinrude 48. I don't know what year it is, actually. This would be a pretty good time to check on that. Let's see. We got E40 TELETB. This thing had a little bit of a bird's nest, or not bird's nest, mouse nest going on inside of there. That wasn't great. That was not great at all. I mean, this thing was packed all right here, and it just was not good. I ended up discovering there were 2 orange wires, a yellow wire, a red wire, and a brown wire that were chewed through, but it looks like I have enough wire there to be able to rewire it safely. And I've cleaned this entire thing out. It's pretty good. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. Got a bunch of freaking wires hanging around all over the place just for, you know, these little accessory lights they've got down on the bottom there, right there, and on both sides down there. It's kind of neat. I don't know, I'm hoping I can get those actually work. This is a very, very janky setup. I hate these things. These are also very janky. They just kind of slide onto a cheap little lithium battery. As you can see, we had the power washer out. It didn't want to start because it's 40 degrees out and it's being a pain in the butt. But yeah, so it's on a low trailer, which I thought was kind of funny. For $1,000 what do you expect? And again, I had cleaned this out here just with the power washer and the hose. This board obviously is going to definitely have to be replaced, and I'll get some nice carpet for that. And I honestly am debating on, I might end up carpeting the seat tops as well, and then maybe even investing in a nicer seat right there for myself. And then this guy in here, there was actually a dead raccoon inside of it. It was disgusting. It was not dead for very long, but it was still dead for long enough to where I just didn't want to deal with it, and I had to have somebody help me take it out. So there are some things that I kind of do actually really like it's got these nice little LED pod lights on here. Hopefully I can get those to work. It's got one of those little ropes in case you know, you get your buddy to, you know, you launch the boat, you get your buddy to hold onto this rope here while you're at the launch in case there's not like a dock or anything for you to dock up to, and then you're able to, you know, launch the boat. You know, it's not super messy. Now this is just kind of a junk rope that I think is for, I don't know what it's for actually. It appears maybe some kind of dock line. I don't know. Super messed up, cheap, old, you know, life jacket. Came with this little anchor. This gives you an idea on how much junk I had to scoop out of there, which this is also what came out of there as well. A whole bunch of mess of crap. Exposed open up batteries. Nice little anchor though. I'm actually really excited about that. I like these style anchors. I've got the same on that boat over there, that Sea Nymph, 9 gallon. I want to say it's probably a Spectre. I don't even know. It's probably a Spectre. It's got an adapter on it. The 9 gallon gas tank's not too shabby, and I've got another 6 gallon can that came with it, so that's pretty sweet. It's got these chintzy little rod holders on both sides. But anyways, that's enough talking. We can let's get in this thing and check it out. Nice little thing about this boat is I've never had anything with this shifter on it. This is super nice. I mean, it works freaking great. I mean, amazing. And that's a nice little feature that this motor has. This is also pretty sweet too. It's got the actual turnkey right here. And I want to say this is probably a light toggle, maybe. Actually, that might be an electronic choke. I'm not quite sure yet. I've got some wiring issues to go through with this, obviously. And yeah, I think I did a pretty good job for the most part of cleaning this thing out. Everything's pretty solid. It's got this nice little light on there. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to show you guys what was up the bow. This wood is not too bad. I actually did the same exact thing on my last boat here. Same framing. It's actually not that bad. The only thing is, that's a mess. So pretty much in today's video, I intend on getting this junk out of here and potentially pulling the floor up here just so I can make sure that the water is not just resting there, because you don't want that. So yeah, let's get this thing out of here. I'm honestly just gonna toss this board, get it out, and we'll probably just end up flipping it over and using the nice side. Boom. I'm gonna jump down here and let's get cooking. Oh, and one last thing. It looks like this trailer is actually like a full-on rolling trailer. So you got the rollers there in the back with the pivot. That's kind of cool. And obviously the rollers up here that are completely blown out, by the way. I mean, from front to back. I mean, there's only two, so. But yeah, the back one in the middle there, I should say, and then this front one, they are toast. Oh, I love this. This is right where the dead raccoon was, brother. Oh. It's a little bit more broken than it was previously. Okay, all right, anyway. There she is. She's broken. Oh, yo. What is that? Disgusting. Look at that. Oh, jackpot. Nuts. That's why. Still spraying her out. Probably will be for a minute, so we're gonna have to take the floor out. That's what's gonna have to happen. We have to take the floor out. So I don't have a freaking box cutter, but I do have scissors. Oh, look at that. It just freaking lifts up and out, baby. We would have been fighting this thing. Look at all those acorns. We would have been fighting this thing for hours trying to get the acorns out, dude. That was almost so bad. That thing almost clipped me in the shin. Yeah. Yes. Get my dope tool out of the way. Yeet. Get my other dope tools out of the way. That's fine. We just wanted to throw that. Might as well just completely throw it down there now. Oh no. I think we still kind of needed the thingy there. We still need our antenna. Because look at that. Throw that bad boy right in the fire. Oh yeah, look at that. Dude, best, I'm telling you, this thing is so sick. I don't even know what it is. It's just some kind of hook. But it works. And that's all I care about. Oh, look at all that, dude. Oh. Another screw. Be gone. Check it out. Cleaned up. Cleaned up real good. I'd say. For an old boat that's been sitting out. Oh, Mr. Cool Guy. For an old boat that's been sitting out. This thing's sweet. Just squirting it out there. Get. Come on now. All right. Perfect. Amazing. Nice. Whoa. Look at that flow coming out of there. Yeah. Predicament. Yes. Blockage. Blockage removed. Got another little blockage. What do we got? What is it? A piece of a leaf? What is that? Something on this side. Yep. Oh yeah. Something alright. Oh yeah, she's flowing. Oh, she's flowing. Oh. Got a little blockage. Oh, some more blockage. Gonna have to push. Push! Oh. Well. Let's see. Can we find some solid wood on that angle? Oh yeah. Oh. Oh. What do we got going on here? So, as it turns out, we had to take the trailer itself to the Secretary of State, or not to the Secretary of State, but to a weigh station, get it weighed. So I had to kick the boat off the trailer. Learned a couple of things. There. The old VIN plate was right there, and it's unfaded. It's all gone. So yeah, long story short, we have a custom trailer now. At least that's what the state thinks, because we just had to apparently go get it weighed. Now for the fun part of trying to yank this thing back up onto here, and I just figured I'd bring you guys along for the ride for that. Now, this is not going to be fun. We're going to have to gross. We're gonna have to splice some wires in. That's my biggest concern right now. And then we will hook up a new battery and get it to turn over. So, got all the supplies needed to get this taken care of. Yeah, let's bust this thing open. Tape up this fella right here, because that there isn't great. We got spark plug wire getting a little chewed up. What else? We got this blue wire right here, and they started getting to the other wires. Sheesh. Freaking animals. One wire fixed right up. Mint. Ooh, missed that one. So now I might not be able to get away with repairing this one here. That one, between those two right there, that's going to be a tricky one. I don't really think I'll be able to do that. I might have to try to re-terminal this here somehow. I don't even know what this is. It doesn't even go to anything. It's just some kind of sensor maybe? I don't know. I mean, it's a fuse for some kind of something or other, so it might actually be pretty important. That's not great. Oh man, I don't even know where it goes to. Okay, so I'm giving up on this doodad right here for reasons being it's quite literally just an inline fuse, and I'm trying to like wrap the freaking solder around it, trying to get it to stick. Obviously I'm not trying to re-terminal this today. I'd like to get it running. It is, again, quite literally just a inline fuse. I'm just going to splice this into that wire. Brain fart. So, not the fanciest job here. I'm gonna have to tuck this fellow way down in there, but one wire fixed. So like I said, this is legit just a fuse cover. So we're actually gonna snip this fella off here. Looks like it's just zip tied on. We're making progress. That's what matters. Get that thing down in there. Get down in there. So now, next on the agenda, Mr. Yellow. We're gonna give her a little tug here. All right, we got a little bit of extra wire, and I found my good terminal kit, my butt connector kit. This is my favorite brand when it comes to these electrical terminals. They're honestly, they're super cheap on Amazon. I'll have a link down in the video description. Check these guys out, dude. Like, not even sponsored at all. I love this freaking brand. I've been using them for years. I freaking, look at this. I have so many containers. I keep using all the these pink ones and the blue ones, a few of the yellows. You know, they all have like the exact sizes that you can use and everything. Actually, they're all right here, but they're pretty dope. But anyways, we're gonna need a couple. We're gonna need one of these for sure for this fella right there. Boom, fits right on. Just gotta take the nut off. Our wire down. These are gonna be tricky to do. If I'm being honest, I don't know how we're gonna really get to these, because I don't think I can pull on them too hard unless they are attached to something that is movable, but it doesn't seem like it. In the trash. Doesn't seem like it. Oh boy. So, you can see we have orange and blue right here. I don't know if the blue is showing up on camera. And then we have just a orange. Orange and blue down in there, and a orange on the left. So that's gonna be fun. We're gonna stick with the easy ones for a minute. We're gonna do this guy here and reconnect these two. We might have to add some wire or just cut the zip tie, whatever. I'll clean everything up after. So hack job complete on the temperature sensor and whatever this other wire is here. I ended up obviously just cutting the zip tie, said screw it. Now on to the problem children that I'm most worried about is these two wires here that go to this coil. Now, don't really think this is going to be that bad, but I'm going to do this one before I actually do the easy one over here. This wire that's been chewed up. We're going to do this. I mean, I gotta figure this one out here because these are like covered all weird. And oh wait, what kind of terminal is that? Oh, it's a, oh dude, that's gonna make it a little easier. Shoot, there we go, we can pop these off. That's perfect. So not my proudest work, because this is kind of on there like that, and I kind of can't really get this on and off too many times, but I might be able to finish this off. It's a nice this is impossible. Okay, so the camera died, but you got this battery hooked up. I just pulled the plugs out. We're gonna actually try to turn this over. I don't have the nut on the positive side because I don't know if it's just gonna do like a little runaway turnover, but or it's not gonna do anything. Huh. Backwards, hopefully not. All right, turns out maybe it just didn't like that it wasn't fully clamped down. We're gonna try it. I am sketched out. Let's just hope that it doesn't do a little runaway on us like the starter. Again? What the crap? What's going on here? It's not even clicking. Nothing's happening. Huh. Okay. It is like 10 or 11 o'clock on a Saturday. We started this whole thing on, I want to say Wednesday or Thursday maybe. But obviously, as you can see, this is all done up. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but the most important thing is I checked. We've got spark. These spark plugs are in there all loose right now just because obviously I was checking for it. I've got different wires on here at the moment from my 20-foot. But we've got it to turn over. Now it does not work at the key up here. It does not work right here, but you do need this from what I was figuring out because it doesn't do anything clearly. You do need it to be on the on position in order for it to actually get spark and turn over, which we are good to go. So now we're at the point where we need to actually take the carbs off, give them a good ultrasonic cleaning here. So that part is super boring and I'm just gonna have the stupidest look on my face. So I'm not gonna show you any of that, but I will show you it before and after inside of the ultrasonic cleaner when I get everything apart. And we'll actually take a look on what's inside, which I'm also a little worried about that because what the hell is that? So yeah, let's get these cars pulled off real quick and see what's going on. Okay, so this is probably messing with the audio, but we got the old Vivor cleaning up for us, and I mean, I'm hoping that everything works with it. You know, these carbs should be, I mean, it's not doing nothing crazy, but these carbs should be cleaned up pretty nice. And yeah, I've got a lot done on this while I've been waiting. They've actually only been in there for probably about, I don't know, 10 minutes so far, but I usually soak them to 15 to 30 minutes, but I got everything pulled apart. Actually making sure that this is not leaking. I had to double up on the zip ties here because we were having some problems. As soon as I was pumping the fuel, it was squirting out the sides. And then I'm stupid, I shouldn't have even done that in the first place because I was gonna have to pull the carbs off anyway. So when I pulled the carbs off, it just sprayed gas everywhere. So we're just trying to make sure that everything's good to go, but it does look really nice and clean inside of here. I mean, very clean inside of here. So that's pretty good news. It's just the outside of the motor's not, I mean, completely factory. The other thing is I've got this fella on right here. Obviously a starter relay. It's not really in the correct position completely, but it's mostly there. But I have to say that this thing's coming along pretty well. I still have absolutely no idea what these are for. Probably for the actual key, but again, I have the button there. I don't personally care, but if I were going to resell this boat, I would probably actually, you know, fix that. But in my case, I don't mind hitting the button on the side. So in the next clip here, hopefully she is going to be running. Still not the prettiest wiring back here, but I do plan on zip tying everything up and making it look a little nicer. No wonder I couldn't find this. Man, if I would have started that motor or even turned it over. Phew. All right, so as you can see, this is the one that I have kind of half put back together here. All I did was put that ring on and this jet in. This is what it's obviously supposed to look like. This one was actually already taken apart. I'm mostly assembled with that. I just wanted to make sure that I did it right. That little pin right there, right on the little float, I always have trouble with those. This one, not bad. So we're gonna get these fellas put back together and get back outside and start this puppy up. All right, time to hook this fuel line back on. Hopefully it doesn't explode everywhere. It kind of did. Let's prime it up. Give her a few pumps. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot something. I almost didn't put the last couple of zip ties on here. You can see we're all zip tied up down there. All these are original. There's one down in there that I just did, obviously, and then one right there. Oh, we gotta hook the battery up. Okay, this is gonna be really hard to do with one hand, but let's go. Oh yeah. Sounds pretty good. That's how we want it. That's great. So funny enough, I didn't actually have like a good transition for this clip. I'm literally editing this video right now at my shop on a lunch break, and we got obviously the boat running here, and we're gonna go rip this thing and see if we sink. Well, we did it. Made it out here on Lake St. Clair. Doing some fishing. Gonna see if we can get a hog in the boat. Wish me luck. So, I would call this thing a success. I mean, are you kidding me? We're out on the lake for $1,000. I've got maybe, I don't know, $200 in parts in total. I'm gonna do a fuel pump on this thing and a water pump, just because spark plugs honestly weren't that bad. They just had a little corrosion on the outside, so I'm not really too worried about that. We're gonna get some accessories on this thing, and we'll probably update you in a future video, just because I think this video's drug on long enough, and it's time to move on. But I gotta say, there's a pretty high chance that I'm going to be keeping this boat, at least for the season, and then maybe early next season I might end up just flipping it and, you know, getting some use out of this whole thing. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm gonna get to fishing. Bonus clips if I catch fish.